Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be removing and installing an injection pump on this Case 580K backhoe. Seems like I've been doing a lot of injection pumps lately, but it's leaking pretty bad, so we're going to go ahead and remove it and get a rebuilt one put back on. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is get all this dirt cleaned up off around this pump so we don't get any dirt in the lines or grease or whatever. So I'll go ahead and get that cleaned up first. Working on 3.9 liter Cummins. The tag is right here if you can see it. It's the model name they call it is 4-390. So just a heads up there. We're gonna go ahead and there's a little plunger here that you're supposed to lock into the timing gear to keep it on top dead center when you're taking the pump off. We're gonna just go ahead and take these Torx bits out just so we can find that hole in that pulley and see what it looks like, and so we can get it lined up, and then we'll bolt it back up and put that plunger needle in there. Alright, we got that plunger out. It takes T25 Torx bits. So all it does is, let me see if I can do this here. All it does is you just push it in, and that little needle on the end of that locks into a gear, or locked into a hole that's in this gear that I'll be spinning around here in a second. All I'm gonna do is spin this engine around. You can use the fan usually to turn it. So all I'm gonna do is spin this gear around until we see a little hole in that gear. It's like here it comes, and let's get it about the center of that hole. All right, so that's top dead center, so we'll go ahead and reinstall this plunger so we can lock that timing in. All right, we got that back installed, and you can tell it goes into that gear now, and that gear is not moving, so we got that set. So next we're gonna do is gotta take this cap off here. We'll get a big set of channel locks and take that off. We'll just take our channel locks and just loosen her up here. That should screw off. So now we'll have to get take this nut off the pump, and then we'll have to pull this, use a puller I guess, and pull this pulley off of that into that shaft. So let's go ahead and get to that. Alright, I got the nut off of there, as you can see in there. I'm going to go ahead and lock this pump. It's got a little bolt here with a sleeve. If you loosen this bolt up here, you can slide this little collar in and then actually tighten this bolt down all the way. Get all the dirt out of it anyway. Tighten it all the way down, it'll lock that pump shaft from spinning. Always important to unlock that after you install a new pump. That way we won't have to worry about that pump shaft spinning after we knock this gear off. Alright, I just made a simple little puller because none of my pullers I had would fit in there. Don't mind the shitty weld job. I just used a piece of angle and welded the nut onto it. So let's go ahead and throw that on there and see if we can get it to pull off. Alrighty, finally pulled off of there. It worked barely. Well, I don't even know if you've seen that, but it's broke loose. So you can kind of see in there. Alright, now let's get to removing all these lines. Make sure before you take any lines off, you go ahead and turn your valve off to your fuel. Alright, I got the last bolt out, so let's try to maneuver it out here. Alright, there we go. We have one electrical connector here at the bottom that I didn't see. Be the shut-off valve there, electronic shut-off valve. Well, we got the pump sitting here on the bench. We got a new pump coming tomorrow. So if this video helped you at all, please give me a like down below and consider subscribing to the channel. And we'll get that pump in tomorrow and we'll finish up this video. Alright, I just picked up the rebuilt pump, so we'll go ahead and throw that in there. Just ease it in there. It is keyed, so all you gotta do is line that key up in the gear and it'll be on time as long as you got it on top dead center. Get closer there. We'll go ahead and start our 3 nuts here and just snug them up a little bit. Just going to snug them up enough that we can still rotate it, because we'll have to rotate this a little bit to get it in time. Okay, that'll be good. Next, we'll just go ahead and throw this lock washer and nut on this shaft here. What I like to do is I'll torque it down to about 10 foot-pounds, and then I'll come over here and unlock this pump, and then we'll torque it down about 60. Alright, I torqued that nut down to about 10 foot-pounds, and then we'll come over here and unlock this bolt here. Just unscrew it. Then you can slide this collar. Once you got that, we'll just tighten that bolt up. Then I'll take my torque wrench here. Just tighten that the rest of the way down. Alright. Now that's all good. We can throw our cap back on there. Then we'll just snug it down with our channel locks here. Okay. So now I'm just going to hook up all the lines, and we'll be ready to fire it up. Alright, we got all the lines tight. I got the pump snugged up. I put it about the spot where the other one was, so whenever you take yours off, kind of just see where, you know, about where it is. I give it a baseline. I'll open up the fuel valve down below, and then we can prime the system here with the lift pump, and then we'll try to fire it up. All right, let's try to start it up. All right, needs just a little bit of adjustment, so loosen this up and adjust a little bit and try it again. All right, sounds pretty good, so we're gonna try it like that for a while, see how it does. So if we ever need to do any more adjusting, we'll just move it a little bit, but I think it sounds pretty good. So I did forget to pull that plunger out before I started it. It popped back out, but who knows, I might have broke that little end off of it. But just so you know, don't forget to pull that out after you got the pump back in and tightened up. Alright, I've been running it for a few hours. Good power, running good, starting good, so I think we're good on the timing. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.